AI will completely destroy the agency industry as we know it right now. But before it does, those of us that use it will be 10 times smarter, more efficient, and a hell of a lot more rich. Now I'm going to be going through my long-term predictions at the end of this video, but first of all, I want to run you through how I'm going to be using AI in my already multi-million-dollar agency, Affluent.co, to make a ton of more money in 2023. Now I truly believe if you're an agency owner right now and you fail to adopt AI early, you're going to get squashed by your competition who are ahead of the game. Now I'm going to be using the tool ChatGPT, which unless you've been living under a rock, has completely dominated the industry over the last couple of weeks. So let's jump on and I want to show you some things. So we're going to go to chat.openai.com. You're going to create a free account. It'll take you 10-20 seconds. You're going to come through to the chatbot itself. Now we're going to go through two major pillars of an agency, sales and service delivery. I'm going to show you some practical application for AI right now, things that I'm going to implement in my agency today that can help you make an awful lot more money in 2023. Now, an agency is a sales-driven business, okay? So we need to outreach to our potential customers to get new ones signed up. Now, as part of that, we need to have an email script or a cold calling script or a DM script. You can actually have them written for you or help write them with tools like ChatGPT. So, first of all, I did this earlier on today. I'm actually pasting an email that I wrote myself, which is, we're testing at the moment. It's working really well. So can you critique this sales email, please? So it's going to give me a response based on this email. And this is random, okay? It's different every single time. It depends on what the algorithm says. And start with more professional greetings, such as hello first name or good time of day first name. The current greeting comes across unprofessional, may not be well received. Hey first name, so I think it's just kind of read that wrong. Avoid using profanity while it may seem edgy or attention grabbing and also be off-putting and unprofessional. True, with lots of niches, but I know the industries I'm reaching out to. And the business owners specifically that I want to work with won't mind me swearing an email, which is actually why I put it in there, because I want to make sure we weed out anybody that's going to get butthurt over a swear word in an email. It's like a qualifier. Offer more specific details about the value your team can bring to the company. Simply stating you can beat their current ads is not very convincing. Not a bad point, but it's relatively condensed. It would be more effective to provide effective to provide examples of your team's successes and specific strategies you would use to improve the company's ad performance. Yeah, not a bad shout. Consider rephrasing the offer to make it less confrontational. Instead of saying, you don't pay us anything, if you fail, try to say something like, we're confident in our abilities and are happy to offer our service on a performance-based agreement. So I think that's not a bad shout, but I want the email to be informal, and I think this is something that AI hasn't caught up with yet. There's like human emotion and like the tone of our brand. Maybe if there was more input factor here and I could tell this system about the tonality and the message of our brand and some of our values, then it would kind of understand that these things are normal. Proofread email for spelling and grammar errors. This will help give more professional impression. Consider adding a polite closing and contact information such as a phone number. Not a bad shout as well. So we've got some feedback down on our email. This is especially useful for people who are just starting out, who don't really know sales. I've been in sales for years now. I've closed millions, and so I know my email, right? Okay. I'm not saying I'm smarter than AI, because I think it would be foolish to believe that we are, but I'm smarter than this one when it comes to sales, because this is all input based and we're not taking live data from the web yet. Future will change that, I'm sure. Out of interest, it said something about the grammar errors, so I want to see how you can actually dig into this. What grammar errors do I have? Okay, so I want to see if there actually were specific grammar errors on that email. It looks like there are no grammar errors. However, there are a few areas that could be improved for clarity and concision. Okay, interesting. Today I found company name, love the brand, could be revised to I recently discovered and I really love the brand. Good point, very good point indeed. And if that doesn't involve spending extra time or launching a discount, would you be against a quick chat? Could be revised to, would you be interested in a quick chat to discuss how we might improve your ad performance without requiring any extra time or discounts from you? So this is too long-winded, but I think this one is actually a really valid suggestion there. So you guys can use you can use this for your emails to rewrite whatever. So another thing that you can use this for is actually writing your emails, which I think is really interesting. So like can you write me an email selling videography services to restaurants? Sure, here's an example of an email selling videography services. Dear restaurant manager, hope this finds you well. My name is your name. I'm the owner of company, a videography company specializing in creating promotional videos for businesses. Okay, this line can be improved, I reckon. Let's see if we can ask them to improve that line. I noticed that your restaurant does not have any promotional video on your website, and today's having a high quality is essential. A well-made video can showcase the atmosphere. Okay, cool. This email's a little bit long. Okay, I think it's a little bit too long, but what this does, and I actually don't believe that AI in this form at the moment is the end result. I think that this is a really nice stepping stone. As a human being, our ability to articulate our thoughts and actually write things down is very limited, okay? It takes a lot of time, we experience writer's block. And so what this acts as is that first information, okay? It's that first letter, that first word that actually triggers a thought and allows us to take something and create something great. So we can take this email and we can take all the things we don't like about it, about the fact that this kind of is a little bit too long here, it's a little bit wordy. In fact, we could get them to shorten this a little bit. Could you shorten this very slightly? Okay, I don't want it to be like too short. So it's going to write a shorter version. But I think it's really important that you use these things as a base. You don't just copy and paste this and send it out for your agency. But I can guarantee that this email, if you've not got any sales experience whatsoever, you've got no sales script that you can use, you haven't learned about this yet, this is definitely going to perform better and in its base form than any email that you're going to write from scratch if you've got no sales experience, because it's got an algorithm to go behind. So take this and then adapt it for your agency, okay? Just really interesting and so useful for people who are just starting out. This is just such a learning curve skip, and Google cannot give you this information, right? Let's say another thing in sales. Let's say that we're on a cold call today and someone says to us, I need more time to think about this. Or maybe they say, let me ask my wife, okay? How are we going to objection handle that? If you've had that objection before, and you don't have a sales coach, how are you going to learn that, right? So we can Google it, or we can ask this. So can you give me an objection handle for I need to ask my wife? Okay, this is something that we get often. Well, not often, it happens occasionally. Let's see what it says, quite informal. Of course, it's always a good idea to discuss major decisions with your partner. While discussing this with your wife, here are a few things you might want to consider. The benefits of having a promotional video in a restaurant. So still doing it for the promotional video for the restaurant. Amazing, this is tailored to the actual niche that we've already gone through. The competitive rates of quick turnaround time offered by a company, blah, 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 and sending might be some concern. So this is like an objection handle via email. That's good for email. How would I say that over the phone? Nice. Of course, it's always a good idea to discuss my decision with your partner. While you're discussing this with your wife, here are a few things you might want to consider. The benefits of having... Okay, is this just going to write the same thing? Okay, I actually think it was... Okay, I was really hoping it was going to completely rewrite that then, but I think it's just said the same thing. No, it's changed this. It's changed the end here. So is there anything in particular that you'd like to discuss or any questions I can answer for you at this time? So it's actually quite important, actually, and it's interesting that they've put this, because if somebody, by the way, guys, if somebody ever gives you that objection, I want to speak this through with my wife, well, I would say, okay, what is it specifically that you need to speak to your wife about? Okay, or is there anything that you need to speak to your wife about that we can speak about first? And that's what they've added here. Is there anything in particular that you'd like to discuss? Any questions I can answer for you at this time? Because when somebody says need to speak to somebody else about it, generally speaking, it's just because they're too afraid to say no to you up front, but it's always good to call that out. So what is it you need to ask your wife about? What specifically do you need to get their permission on the money, or do you need to get their permission on the value of this? And then dig into that and go a little bit further. Cool, so that's some sales stuff. Guys, if you want me to go into this in more detail, there's so many tools and things that I use as far as AI is concerned that I can dive into. So if you do want me to, drop a comment down below and say more AI videos, and I'll kind of release a whole bunch of tools and stuff that we use and stuff that we're using in sales and personalization tools and so on and so forth. So let me know. Service delivery, let's do something else. Service delivery, what can we do? Let's say you sign up a brand new client, and this is something that I've already used this for. We signed up a client in a brand new niche, an e-commerce product, had no clue how to advertise it, and we thought, okay, what are some good marketing strategies for it? So let me pick something at random and say, what is a good marketing strategy for okay, let's just do lint rollers. Okay, this is pretty obvious, but let me just put something random. That's the only thing that came up to my mind then. Here are a few ideas. Leverage social media, exchange your free samples of your lint rolls in exchange for a review or social media shout out. Yeah, great. Utilize email marketing, create a referral program, okay, invest in targeted. So this is kind of like the services that I can offer, the specific service offering I can offer for a company selling lint rollers. But what about, like, specifically, what are the selling points of a lint roller? But what are the main selling points of a lint roller? It's probably not the best example, to be honest, guys, because it's pretty obvious, okay, it's to roll lint, but I just want to show you, like, the capabilities of what's going on here. Lint rollers are easy to use, can quickly remove lint, pet hair, portability. So this is instantly, it's giving me ideas for ads, okay? So what are some of the main objections, some of the main selling points of these products? I can use this for ad copy, okay? So talking of that, what about if we can get this tool to actually write the ad copy for us? So, can you write me a Facebook ad for a lint roller? Intentional pet owners. Love that. It's like, this is a simple classic headliner for Facebook ads. Attention to, and then call out the target audience. Classic, and it still works really good. Pet owners, fashionistas, and neat freaks. Awesome. Introducing a top-rated lint roller, the perfect solution. This is actually really good. This is really good. Our lint roller is convenient, efficient, reusable, multi-purpose, cost-effective. Don't let lint and pet hair ruin your outfit or your fences. This is great ad copy. Like, really, like, I've spent millions on ads. This is great ad copy. Put some emojis in there, you're laughing. But again, like, you could copy and paste this and run this, and this will work really well, like, swear. But if you copy this and then adapt it and change it a little bit, like, can you make it shorter? Right? I think this is pretty good, though. I think that copy length is actually quite good, but I'm just interested to see what it does. Awesome. Right, so you've just signed up this client, you've now learned about their industry, something that would take you ages in the past, okay, you go over to Google, you're gonna find all the information yourself. This is just giving us the information right away. We've now got our ads, we've planned them out, okay, it's taking us, I don't know how long we've been recording right now, under 15 minutes, okay, and we've got all this information, right, at a click of our fingers, whereas beforehand it took us so much more time. It's gonna make you so much more money. Time is money in the agency, more money, time to invest in your team, more time to invest into more outreach, sign up more clients, scale, right? This is only the beginning. So, right, next thing. Can you write an email sequence to sell lint rollers? Free part. I'm just at this stage, I'm just like testing. I've not asked it to do this before. So, free part email sequence. Keep it close and lint free with our top rated lint roller. Hi, first name. Do you have a pet that leaves fur behind everywhere to go? Do you struggle to keep it closed and upholstery free of lint and other debris? This is why AI is going to be really dangerous for agencies in the future, if not right now. And I truly do believe that the agency industry as we know it right now is going to just be destroyed by AI because of this, what you're seeing right now. It's crazy. And it's getting rid of copywriters, it's going to get rid of advertisers, it's going to get rid of all of that. That doesn't mean the agency industry is going to die. Right now, what it means is we need to adopt this. We need to adopt this, we need to free up our time, we need to maximize our outreach, we need to clean up. We can use this as a tool to make so much money. It's going to be a few years until the algorithm is sophisticated enough to really be doing it without human intervention. At which point, we build our agencies, we sell them, we get the fuck out of here, and we're in different business models, right? Okay, the agency model will still have viability. There will still be the need for human beings and services to offer. It will just change from where it is right now. Copywriting as a service itself will not be something that's relied on by humans. Advertising itself, I think, will still need to be manipulated by people somewhat. There are a bunch of other services that will still be, but AI will replace a bunch. Creative-based services, I think that people will still manage, but eventually the algorithm will catch up on that. I think creative-based services will be the thing that has replaced the last. But again, with everything in life, we have to continue adapting, right? And we have to continue adopting this technology. So by the time it even gets to a danger of it replacing us, we know enough about it to use it and how we need to change and adapt ourselves in order to be able to stay on top and still have a viable business at the end of it. So, I mean, here we've got a free-part email sequence. No point me even reading through this all. It's absolutely incredible. You can just copy and paste this, write it all in your own format. Can you edit this sequence to be for tweets instead? Okay, that's not even literate what I'm saying there. Here's a revised version of the email sequence of tweets. Awesome. Okay, so guys, like, Need I say, like, we need to be utilising this. This is something that we absolutely cannot sleep on. This is something that we're implementing over Christmas. I've been thinking about, okay, we need to be doing this for our agency. We need to be implementing this. We need to make sure that we're staying on top of AI and that all of our team are aware of this as well, because there are ways that we can make all team areas more efficient. We can scale up more. We can make more revenue. Efficiency is just the thing that we all strive for in business. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, drop a comment down below. I'll make more AI videos. There's so much more can go into other tools that we're using. If you have, then smash the like button and the subscribe button and your notification bell so you get notified every time I bring out new videos. And I'll see you all soon. Cheers.